Hey everybody, Mike here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new video. So what are we doing today? We're making our own candy, and the cool thing is we only have one ingredient, which is honey. Now this is a self-reliance channel, so if for whatever reason the stores are down or you don't have access to anything and you want to make some candy for your kids, for yourself, and you have access to honey, then this is a very simple recipe to do so. Because like I said, you only need honey and nothing else. All right, so how do we go about doing this? Well, you put an amount of honey in the little pot here. To give you an idea, the amount that I used here is the equivalent of 1 jar of regular honey, and this little saucepan has a bottom of honey in it, I would say less than an inch, right? And to give you an idea, less than an inch of honey or 1 pot of regular honey will give you about, I would say, somewhere in a range of 80 to 100 pieces of candy, right? Just so you know. All right. Now, you're going to put it in the pot, you're going to start to heat it, and you're going to bring it to a slow boil while you are constantly stirring it, okay? Now, after about 8 to 10 minutes, you're going to see something like this. The color of the fluid will become darker. The top there will become a bit foamy, I would say. And this is kind of the critical point where you need to decide what you're going to go with. Are you going to go for hard candy or are you going to go for something softer? Now, how do you figure that out? Well, while this is boiling, you take a little teaspoon of the dark fluid and you drop it into a cold glass of water, right? It should solidify immediately, and what you then do is take it out of the cold water and see if it's brittle. If it's brittle, it's going to be hard candy. If you can still knead it, right, then it's not that hard yet. So based on what your preference is, you boil it longer or shorter, okay? Now, anyway, keep on stirring. Don't burn it. That would be bad, right? And then at some point when you think you're good, you're going to take that hot fluid and you're going to pour it onto a waxed piece of paper on an oven tray, right? Now, it doesn't have to be an oven tray, but it has to be on wax paper, and you don't want to run off all over the place, so that's why I use that tray, okay? Now, literally within a time span of, I would say, about 5 minutes or so, this will be cold enough that you can start to peel it off the paper. It's wax paper after all, right? And you're going to roll it until it becomes something like this. Now, this might not seem a lot, but keep in mind there's very little to no air in this, okay? Now, be aware your hands are going to be very sticky, but if you don't care about that, just continue. Of course, make sure your hands are washed and clean, right? So what you're going to do, take this off of the paper and you're going to start to stretch it and pull it and stretch it and pull it. As you do so, oxygen enters the honey and the color becomes a very bright yellow to goldish, right? Keep on doing that until you're happy with the consistency of the color overall. Something like this. Looks a little bit like caramel, right? And then what you do is you roll these out until you got little sausages, if you will. You cut them into little bits, like the ones on the paper right here. And then you cut pieces off of your baked paper and you wrap them in there. Drop them in a bowl, and there you go. You got your homemade candy, and the only ingredient is honey. And I can tell you they are delicious, right? So let me know in the comments what you think, whether you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.